I'm having a two-time world champion here at NU1 in Tanzania, Zolani the last-born Tete. We saw you rapping the boxer here, and you were sharing your experience, and also you told us that you went overseas, and your trainer just told us right now that you took this thing from Nick Duran. Ziba, tell us about your experience of rapping the boxer.
It's one of the greatest things that you learn from the sport of boxing. I was so fortunate to associate myself with the late Nick Durant, because if I was not with him, I don't think by now I would know as much as I know about rapping hands. Nick Durant was very good when it comes to rapping the boxer's hands, and you would feel your hands that, you know what, come rain or come sunshine, but I'm going to blow this boy out. Because you feel more comfortable. You know whether injuries or no injuries, you're going to go and do whatever you want to do inside the ring. So having all the sets of rapping, as you were saying, I've been overseas, experiencing such trainers doing their own rapping in their own ways. I mean, it's been one of the greatest achievements that I can say I've achieved as a boxer, and I believe that's what I want to express, to other people out there, to other trainers, other young stars, because not only trainers need to know about rapping, but us as well as boxers, we need to know how to rap our hands, because these are our hands, these are our millions, this is where our millions are. If you don't protect your hands, then you won't last in boxing. So the good experience is that you know what to protect, because when you fold a fist, where are you going to throw a punch. So whether you throw the punch on the head, if you know you've protected your hand, then you are not even worried about hitting the head. You're not even worried about hitting the elbow, because some boxers that you fight are too clever. They can see when you're about to throw an uppercut, and they can block with an elbow. So if you hit the elbow, then you're protected. You're not even worried. So I think it's good thing. It's a good thing, in fact, to know what to protect in your hands and when to protect your hands. One of the experience about rapping was that I was fighting in Mexico. I was with Utamla, my manager, and my trainer, Showtime. And at that time, both of them were not aware on how to rap a boxer, especially a boxer fighting in that caliber. Because I was with Nick Durant for some time, I was able to rap my hands. I rapped myself, and I was comfortable with my hands, because I know the experience that I had was the best experience. It was the best person who's been rapping hands for so many years, producing champions. So I was comfortable, and the fortunate part was that I was dealing with a trainer that listens and that I listen to. So I was talking to Showtime, I needed to do this for me, and I would rap my hand. As I'm rapping my hand, I would ask for a scissor. He would bring a scissor for me, and I would do that. If I need a plaster, I would call him up. Showtime, I need a plaster, and this is where I need the plaster. So I think communicating with your trainers about rapping, as I was saying when I was rapping this boxer here, you need to communicate. You need to ask the guy if he's comfortable about the rap, if his hands are not numb, because a fighter can never fight with a numb fist. So you need to make sure the guy is comfortable, his blood is flowing freely, and he's not disturbed by anything. That's the fortunate part, was that when I was fighting in Mexico, I rapped myself. And the fortunate part was that I was fighting with one of the protecting gloves, which is called Reyes, Cleto Reyes. And once you put your hands on that glove, then it's go for a kill. So that's good to know. As I was saying, it's good to know as a boxer. Not only trainers need to know about rapping, but as a boxer as well, you need to know how to rap. For instance, if I had no clue on how to rap hands, I don't know if I would have finished that fight, because I ended up knocking Sanchez on the 10th round by a knockout. If my hands then were not well protected, I mean, maybe I wouldn't have had the power to knock Sanchez out. Zolani is dying to be inside the ring again, and it's dying to be in the gym, because the gyms are still closed, and we can't do anything now. But my hope is that when everything is dealt with, when I say I'm referring to the COVID, when the cure is out and people can go to gyms, can go to training, and the fights are back, I believe you will be the first person to see Zolani step inside the ring and do what he does best, which is to display the sport of boxing and the art of boxing. So I believe maybe before the end of the year or early next year, Zolani once again will dance in the ring.
Audio preview.